Boom, boom, boom. What's up, folks? What's what's going on, guys? Man, that little music that you get while you're waiting.
I like it, man.
The
I
little
like that
countdown.
one.
Yeah. What's going on, Mom? I see you here. Appreciate you being able to join us today on this Tuesday. Tuesdays, I like streaming during the daytime, man. For some reason, I prefer to stream during the daytime. Streaming at night is cool and everything, but man, I really like streaming during the daytime. I think it's a lot of fun. So shout out to everybody that's able to take time out of their busy workday. Hopefully this stream will go. I mean, when you're live streaming, man, it's always something. You're gonna things go wrong. Internet messes up, or like last night I was on that live stream and my Mac Mini M1 just completely shut off in the middle of the live. As soon as I started,
I saw that actually.
it just shut off and the screen went green. I guess I froze up, and then I was talking to the Trent afterwards, and I said, you know what? I know what it is. Excuse me, I know what it is. That computer, I chose the base model, and I don't ever turn it off, and so it pretty much just used up all the resources. So the laptop that I'm on right now, I have what's going on, Gigi? I see. I decided I'm gonna start streaming with a more powerful. Well, not more powerful, but as far as it's a powerful computer. Because I have something else coming that I purchased that's probably even more powerful than this. This is the latest one I bought was the Asus, and this has 16 gigs of RAM and has a very good GPU inside. So it's not like the M1. M1 is cool and everything, but it definitely messed up last night, and I was super frustrated. But nonetheless, I'm going to start streaming from Gigi's headed home as usual. Yeah. What's going on, George? I see you guys, man. Jay Martinez, I see y'all guys dropping in. If you have to drive, and I do it all the time, I drive and listen to streams, just put it off to the side and, just try to relax and focus and listen. I do that all the time. Do you do that? I'll have some, if someone's
I actually, in the last few months, have started doing that. And you're right. Yeah. You have to put it to the side because you're going to be tempted to look. So you have to put it somewhere back here. But yeah, I've done that. I like that.
I put it like I have mine connected to my radio, and so at some point, some other time in my car, I can have it come through, like the video too on my screen, but I just have it turned off, and I just have it to the side, and I just listen to it through the car radio sometimes because I'm driving, that's better. I can get the full sound effect and everything. But it's Tuesday, folks. It is Tuesday, and we are back again. Me and my Project 13. We are here. So this will be a stream we're talking about now. We both got the OnePlus Nord N200 for free, and we're just not going to talk about this device. We're going to talk about free phones in general. Are they worth when you get them for free? And it looks like I'm gonna have to keep my bifocals on this time, folks. Whew, that's all got blurry on me. I couldn't. All the text was blurry. Couldn't see it. I hate to have these on because sometimes it's a reflection, but. Deepak, I see all you guys coming in. Shout out to you guys being able to join. Tech Maniac. I like Tech Maniac. I like that name. I like that. Some names just pull you in. Yeah, that's a name that that name will pull me in to watch. If they were like a full-time YouTuber, I would definitely watch that channel probably. This means they're going to be heavily into tech.
Right.
Yeah, they'll be heavily into tech.
It sounds strong, right?
Right, yeah. It sounds like, man, you better watch me. You know what I mean? So, but hopefully, right. We're gonna hit a couple of topics today, man, and I think it's always fun to. I prefer to live stream. So I'm getting. I used to live. Remember, we used to live stream all the time back in the day, and
back in the day,
it was so much fun, man. But I'm glad I'm getting back into the flow of live stream. I really like live streaming again. I used to love it, then I dropped off and said I hate this. And now I'm getting back into it. So I'm just excited to be able, for me and Anthony to be able to link up again, man. It's incredible. And we'll keep this flow going as long as we can. But before we get going, man, on the topic of these free phones, I had a question for you because I've been transitioning. I mean, I was talking to someone earlier. I was talking to Technically T earlier. We chatted, chop it up a lot. And I was telling him, I said, man, I'm going to pretty much start going definitely more towards vlogs and back to the news that I used to do, you know? You ever thought about, because paying for all these devices, you know, or just doing a bunch of device reviews, it can get overwhelming. So that's what I'm transitioning to. That's why I upgraded my audio, and you know, I'm going to be making some other changes on the channel, shifting some stuff around. But what do you think about doing more live streams? Because you know, there are channels that just live stream. They do some product reviews, but they also do the product reviews on the live stream. So what do you think about companies just doing, or just yourself doing a live stream? Because I think people now will get used to us doing this on Tuesdays. This is comfortable for me. Tuesday right here, I still got all of my day. You know, I got all of my day. So what do you think about starting like where we can do reviews together, or you do reviews live, I do reviews live. I don't have a problem doing a live review. But you're just limited on what you can actually show. You know what I mean? So what do you think about, do you ever plan on transitioning to not making so many purchases? Because you make a lot of purchases just like I do. But you ever think about transitioning to just, I'm going to start doing predominantly just vlogs?
I think for me, the live streaming, unlike this day on a Tuesday, I mean, this is the best day for me to stream. As far as my own thing streaming, it gets very difficult to schedule a time to set aside to. There's been times that I thought about unboxing and doing a product review, but it's trying to figure out and schedule things, and I can't, because I got so much going on. And I think that's basically why I even stopped doing my own little. Every once in a while, I would do a live stream. I would do it in the car. I would, you know, at an appointment, I'd take my kid to an appointment. I'd sit there. I have an hour to wait in the parking lot. So then I'd start. But I just feel like sometimes I'm catching up with other things. So it's very difficult for me to do that. And I think that's part of the reason why I then go to my vlogging. It's easier for me to be on my way to work or on my way to an appointment and just turn on and start recording a vlog and put that out there. And it's my way of someone bringing you something closer to that type of material, but yet it's not live, but I'm giving you something from the heart, from the mind, of what just is going on and what's running through my head, which typically you do during a live stream. But I just pour it out there and hope that I get some views on that, and that people can share their feedback on whatever it is I covered during a vlog. So that's the best that I can do personally, outside of what we've started here again on Tuesdays. Yeah. So I think at this point, I'd still be hard to dedicate myself to doing more live streams. Yeah. So I don't want to give anybody out there any false, information like, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I'm going to try to do, and when I'm going to try to do it, because if it doesn't work out, then that just looks bad. It's not good. I might get some folks hyped up, and they may want to skip, and then I don't show up, or I have to say sorry, I got to skip it. So I'd rather be 100. I'd rather be 100% than not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
some people are like that. They don't want, if they can't do it, give their all to it. They just don't. They're just not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Grant. Like, heck, Grant is here. Grant made it. Hey, I think that and folks, we're going to get onto the topic of free phones, because that's not really a difficult one to have, but it's a good conversation to have, because people, even though phones are free, sometimes they're, it's not worth it sometimes. But yeah, I think dedicating yourself to a stream. I recently decided to dedicate myself to Monday nights at 7:30 Central Standard Time. But I prefer the 2 p.m. because I don't know if anybody's been following me long enough. I used to stream at 2 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That was like dedicated. Every Tuesdays and Thursdays, I was streaming. And then I would also stream at night on Fridays, I believe it was. So I had a lot of live streams back in the day. Would have guests on and stuff. You were a regular on there at one point. And I just feel like live streams can be fun. You can actually do a live stream unboxing. And I might, start doing that again. You know what I mean? I'm really intrigued by doing the live streams. I think it's important to because I want to be able to talk to people real time. I want to be able to talk to people real time. Yeah, I like it.
No, I agree. And I know that my heart is there to do that. I can't dedicate if I know I can't. And
Yeah.
and I know at some point, if I continue doing this, we've talked about my time down the road,
Yeah.
finishing up permanent work. Once I get to a
Oh,
part-time status, then I can focus on doing more, and I can actually set some time aside for that. So I'm looking forward to that, actually. And
That's one advantage that I have, and I'm not gonna be naive to think that I have the advantage over a lot of other people that are creators because I'm retired once already, and I don't have as much free time as what people think. Like I retired from the corporate world, if you will, but
right.
I don't have as much free time as what a person might think. But I do have the advantage of just coming into my office and just turn on the camera whenever I want to. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think long term, the goal is to do more of that. I think even now I've taken a step back in the content that I create. I've kind of started playing by my own rules with it. I've had feedback like, "Hey, when are you going to do this?" Or "When are you going to bring that in? Are you going to bring this in? Are you going to review?" And I started to I'm hoping that I can, or the want is there, but I realized I have to be financially smart with what I bring in and what I don't bring in because everybody else is doing it. I don't feel like I need to do it. You know what I'm saying? I've said to this, no to this. I'm going to do this and have fun with it, and I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm going to make sure that there's no stress in that. I'm not going to promise anything to anybody because if I start doing that, it's just going to coagulate. I'm just going to get all wound up, and I just don't want to do that. Right now I'm enjoying myself doing this again on Tuesdays because I found that works. And when I get a device in and I review it, I know that once I bring that in, then now I've started the reviewing process. Now I have to dedicate some time because that's what I started.
Yeah.
If I don't know I'm going to do it, guess what? I'm not going to bring it in.
Yeah.
I've even started saying no to case companies because I
they will slam you down, send you 1,000 cases, and they want you to do it for free. They don't want to pay you anything. Let me hold it down for a second. Let me go throw my dog out the window because it's really barking really loud. It's getting frustrating. I'll be right back. I'm getting frustrated with this dog.
So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, and I don't know how many reviewers we have in the stream. I see Grant, you're in there. If you're a tech reviewer, I guess go ahead and let me know that you're a reviewer. But I think to keep the fun in it and enjoy and just being honest with your team that have dedicated themselves. I have a lot of folks on my channel who have been around for a long time, man. We've built a great team over here, and the last thing I want to do is not be real. And I think you find yourself being more successful and having fun as long as you keep it real.
Keyword have fun.
That means taking some breaks. That means keeping your sanity. Keeping your sanity, not feeling overwhelmed or have to. It's not about having to. It's a and that's kind of where it's at for me, You
have to have fun. I tell people to have fun all the time. Like, man, stop trying to make it so serious. Have fun first, and you will go a long way on YouTube. There's a long way to go on YouTube if you decide you want to have fun. So let's kick this thing off, man. I saw your review. You probably saw my review too, of course.
I saw your review. Yep.
Yeah, I watched it, and I thought, me and him are pretty much on the same page. Free. Now you guys know we both got the Nord N200 free. We both traded in a device, and tons of people traded in a device. First, let me say, this is an awesome deal. This is a crazy deal right here to trade in an old flip phone, and yeah, you get the device for free. Now, the reason I posed a question for this live stream today, when we talk about free phones, not just this phone, but this just happened to be the latest device, you know what I'm saying, that we both picked up free. And free isn't really free because the flip side of getting a device free, there's always some catch to it. So with this, you trade in that device. They took that old phone that I had laying around, and they gave me this device for free, but I got to get bill credits for the next 2 years. So that's not something that's new. People know that that's how it works. So it's not a trick. You know exactly what you're signing up for. And the reason sometimes I do deals like this is because, like, I got my iPhone for free just because I traded in a device. And another old device, I got it for free. I just traded in an old device, and I got my iPhone 12 purple for free. And I got bill credits for that. So the reason I do it is because I think it's worth it if you plan on being with a company and not leaving. I know T-Mobile is his primary company, and it's definitely my primary company for several years. I've been with them for going on 26 years, even before they were T-Mobile. And he's been with them for a long time too, right? I know you've been with them for at least 10, 15 years, right? Oh, wait, Anthony. Anthony. Oh, it's there you go. You're freezing up a little bit. You there?
Okay.
There you are. Yeah. You were cutting out a little bit. But how long have you been with T-Mobile?
Oh, right before I started YouTube, so I would say maybe 7, 8 years.
Yeah, so he's been on it a long time. I've been with them for over 20 years, and I don't plan on leaving T-Mobile. So if they have a free program where I'm going to get bill credits, sometimes I'll take it if it's really good. Like, I got the purple. I sold my fully paid iPhones that I had, got all the money back, got the phone for free. Like, I might as well do that. I only do certain deals that are free with T-Mobile when they are offering a good enough deal to where it's not going to affect my bill at all. That's the only time that I really take those kind of deals. But free phones sometimes are definitely not the way to go if they're going to make you, quote unquote, get into a situation where you have to switch carriers or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, right. I mean, how do you feel about when a company, like, if you had a deal right now where you could go to AT&T and they give you a free, like right now, they're giving away the Surface Duo for free. Oh, my Surface Duo. They're giving this phone away for free at AT&T. You just have to trade in an old phone. And if you're not a customer, you just have to start service. But if you really wanted this phone and you didn't want to pay for it, would you start a contract with AT&T just to get it for free?
No.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. So that's what I said, all free isn't really free because AT&T's bills are a lot higher. To that person's question, you can post your comments and questions down below. We will answer them. Let me see if I can click on here. I don't have T-Mobile's 5G home internet yet. It's not available where I live, but I saw a comment down here about US Mobile. I actually have a video coming up with my follow-up on US Mobile, and yes, I still use them like every other day because they run on Verizon's network, and I need to have that. Yeah, the N200 is a solid deal. I totally agree. But I pose the question, is it worth it even if it's free? Because a lot of people got it through Metro. I think Metro does very well with their sales, right? I think they're a good selling point for T-Mobile because they're prepaid, if you will. So I think that free phones sometimes can be a bad deal. Remember back in the day, the free phones that were subsidized, you had to sign the contract and then you paid a termination fee. They don't do that anymore, but it's still kind of the same thing now. You don't pay a termination fee. You actually pay more because you have to pay for the device itself. Yes, it's always some kind of trap. I mean, I don't plan on leaving T-Mobile, but I think if I've done that before where I switched companies to get a phone for free, and it was the worst deal I ever did. It was the worst. I hated the company. I ended up selling the device, and I ended up canceling the contract and paying the whole device off. It was not worth it. It's totally not worth it. I would not do it again.
No, I that's not something. I am very happy with T-Mobile. We came from Verizon over to T-Mobile, and bringing in these smartphones and reviewing them is obviously something. This is something we both do, and a lot of other YouTubers. But for me to bring in a phone and review it to switch that's not part of what I'm doing here. You know what I'm saying? It's not what I'm doing. That's not going to be something that I'm going to go for because my whole family is involved. I'd have to talk to my wife, and she loves T-Mobile. And what I do here that's not going to be good enough for her to say, yeah, let's switch.
Yeah.
You know?
She's like, what?
So
What?
and even on my own, it's just not. It's just I'd rather just keep doing what I'm doing. And
Yeah.
if I know that T-Mobile has a great deal going on, I mean, the moment I knew I was going to bring this phone in regardless, but the
I
moment,
was
like
gonna
I
buy
said in
it
the
too.
last stream, the moment I saw that deal, it was a no-brainer. It was just a no-brainer.
I didn't even see
And
the deal until the last minute. I was actually getting ready to pay full cost for it through OnePlus. But then I saw the deal. I was like, whoa, I better get this, man.
yeah,
I better get
and
it.
I still have no regrets. I've been
Me
I'm
neither.
using it. I'm using it right alongside of my Google Pixel 2 XL. Shout out
Yeah.
Jay for that. Brand new, 140 smacks, daily steals. But yeah,
Fantastic.
no, I've been using it. I haven't put this phone down. It's been either my daily driver, which now this one is right now, but it's
Yeah.
alongside.
Yeah.
So, you know what I get really good out of this guy? Vlogging. Vlogging
Oh,
with this guy.
yeah.
That's what I'm going to use in my car to vlog.
Yeah, I mean
It
it's
works.
a pretty decent camera, man. I mean the cameras are decent. They need some. They're not the best for sure, but they definitely can improve on the cameras. I personally did a video with the TCL 20S versus this device, and I totally recommend the TCL 20S over this device. It's a much better device than this OnePlus Nord N200.
Right.
It's just a better device all around, and it costs about the same. Even TCL's lower price $189 one that's like the bigger screen on it, it's pretty much better than this device, man. It runs circles around this device. OnePlus really cut corners on this device more than I was surprised at how many corners they actually cut. They cut a lot of corners to get this down. The processor inside should have been at least a 600 series, and then it would have been a different experience for me. I like the device still gets an 8.5 because it's not only was it a good deal to get it for free, but I still think that there are other phones out. Like personally, if I could choose the TCL 20S for free or this device, I would go with the TCL 20S for free. But someone pointed out financing that you can't finance the TCL 20S. I said you don't have it on carriers. And they said, they don't have it on carriers, but you still can finance on your credit card or, whatever source they have. And I said, that's true. That's true. So you really don't have to pay. Like if there's no free deals with the Nord, is it still a good enough phone to purchase?
I think at this point, because of the deal, yes and no. Yes, depending on who you are. I think it's who you are and what you want, and but with the deal, I would have to say no because I talked to a few reps at T-Mobile and they're telling me that this deal can go on till the end of the year.
Wow, they are really selling a lot of these.
So that's the thing. OnePlus, it wasn't about OnePlus just cutting corners. They knew what they were doing to lure the customer to get this because they already knew that this was going to go on for quite a while.
Yeah.
So they were basically almost just choosing to give this phone away for free.
Yeah. Plus, they bought enough of them to where they could, because cell phone companies don't make money off of you buying the phones. They want you to pay for your bill monthly. That's what they want. They couldn't care less about the phone.
So yeah, they get together. They have a conversation about it. They say, okay, we don't really want the customer to buy this. What can we work out so the customer can say yes to it for a $30 upgrade fee or take that away online, however you want to do it. But at the same time, T-Mobile gets something out of it because of the bill credits, because nobody's really going to buy this phone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody's really going to buy it. If this deal goes through the year, let's just say it does, nobody's really going to buy this phone.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you can get it for free,
that was
you should
the catch. So that's a no-brainer to me. That's why, yes, because really nobody's really going to spend that $216.
Yeah, it's actually $240 at the real cost.
At OnePlus. I wonder how many of those they're really selling over there at OnePlus.
I know. I wonder how much they're selling also. But someone asked about the pricing of the device. It says, how much is the N200 if you're a customer already? Does anyone know that? So on here, the one thing I don't like about Metro opposed to Cricket is because Metro forces you to go in and deal with someone in person. They didn't used to be like that. Do you guys remember when Metro wasn't like that and you could buy things online? Pretty much now, they're forcing you to go in store. they're forcing you to go in the store and deal with someone, because what was happening was people were switching to Metro and then canceling the service. Like they would get a good deal on a port in and then just cancel the service and then keep the phone and leave. That's what they would do. Then they would get it unlocked. And so now, if you don't know, at least a couple of years ago, maybe 4 to 5 years ago with Metro, you used to have to prove that you were with your carrier for at least 3 months before you could do a port in and switch to them, because they want to see that you're actually going to stay with them and you're not just porting over just to port over. So most of Metro's pricing, from when you see on their website, is pretty much in store. Like most of these are in store, or I think all of them are in store. You can get it free when you switch, but it doesn't give too much detail. Like I'm looking for things like, what if I'm already a customer? That's the difference between them and Cricket. Cricket gives all the information, man. They give all the information on their website, and it's no games, no playing around, nothing. Yeah. But you got to find a store to buy here, man. Most of their stuff says find a store. So if I go back out and go to cell phones, find a store, find a store, find a store, find a store. You can't do anything online. I don't like that. They want to get you in store to sell you cases and all this other nonsense. They know you know, but see, the average consumer doesn't know not to buy the screen protector at the store. You never buy a screen protector at Best Buy. No freaking way. It's like $50 for a screen protector you get on Amazon or eBay for $2.
Or a case.
Yeah, or a case. So you see I want to answer a question, excuse me, about the N10. I bought the N10 and I got rid of it. And if for those following along, you know that I got rid of the N10 and moved on to, which was, I said it was pretty much a mistake. The N10 is the better device, even though it cost about $50 more. I just feel like the N10 is the better device. It's just got better cameras. Doesn't have better battery in my usage, but it's still really good battery. It's just that people keep asking me, I don't know what the big deal is. They keep asking me on my videos, well, which one is better, the N10 or the N200? Well, the N10 is the better device in my opinion, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't take this phone for free. So, and someone asked, well, if you can get the N10 for $50 and you can get this for free, which one would you take? I don't know why people ask questions like this, but if I like the N10 better, that means I'm pretty much willing to spend that $49. Because if you're looking at longevity, it's still a 2-year deal with this. You know what I'm saying? You may be getting the N10 for $49, but that's contingent on you switching over and porting a number in. I think it says. Let me go back to the screen here. So when you switch, you get it for $49. But one thing that T-Mobile did with their Metro phones is you can't just get them unlocked now. You can't. They make it so difficult to do it with that system that they have for unlocking. It's horrible, and that's why I like Cricket and AT&T versus T-Mobile and Metro, because what you can use a Cricket phone, an AT&T phone on Cricket, and I can take a Cricket phone and put an AT&T SIM card in it. I've done it multiple times and I haven't had a problem. With Metro, T-Mobile, they don't do that. They don't do it.
I have a phone from Metro for quite some. I think the last phone that I've had from Metro was that. Oh, what was that? ZTE Max.
Wow.
Remember that phone, Jay?
Oh, yeah. Look at the comment from Josh. I didn't know that. I didn't know. He said Metro still does that. They make you pay a fee for the 3 months if you had cut off service earlier in the past. That is crazy. Why would I want to switch to them? That doesn't make any sense. Why would I want to switch to them? Why would I want to switch to them?
So yeah, don't go to Metro to get this phone.
Yeah, but I mean, tons of people have it on Metro though. Tons of people have it on Metro. I've seen people say, "Oh, I love it. I got it for free on Metro." But like Grant says, it's not really free. If they have all those fees and stuff like that. So, I mean, Metro is obviously running on T-Mobile's network, but if we're being honest, there are plenty of other. Now, just because T-Mobile is my primary carrier, that doesn't mean they're flawless in all, because when I travel, I take a Verizon phone or an AT&T phone with me, especially the Verizon line, because it doesn't cut out. There's a stretch of area when I travel, when I was traveling every week for about 30 to 45 minutes where it just cuts out. There's no service but Verizon, not even AT&T. And it's funny that it's like that because it's just an open strip. It's not a bunch of woods or anything like that. It's just a area, and for some reason, I can only have Verizon service back there. It's just weird. And so Verizon bought up all that entire area, but a lot of these phones that are so-called free, they're not really free.
They're not really free. No.
Yeah, there was too much fraud going on at Metro. That's why they're doing it. Yeah, that's what I was speaking of earlier. There was plenty of people that weren't really staying with Metro. They were pretty much just getting their phones and getting them unlocked. But you can't do that anymore now, man. You cannot just go in and get a free phone. I'm gonna pull up Cricket real quick. Hold on, I'm gonna put up Cricket because Cricket is much better. They don't have as many free phones, if you will, but they do in fact have a really, really, really. You can do stuff online with them. You can do it online. So Cricket's free phones are phones like this, like what you would expect to be free. The Moto G Play, these phones like this, and you can do it all online. You don't have to do it. You don't have to go into a store, even though there are Cricket stores. You don't have to go into the stores. Like most of these deals on here are actually really good. Like this Moto G Power, fantastic deal for free. And there's no strings attached with Cricket. You don't have to keep service for 4 months. If you want the phone unlocked, you have to keep service for 6 months. But other than that, if you just quit and leave Cricket, you still can use the phone with AT&T. I've done that before. When I had my Cricket account, I just stopped the Cricket account after 7 months or 8 months, and I just started using it with AT&T. I didn't even bother doing any kind of unlock. I don't know if it's still like that right now, but it was at one point. Like that iPhone SE for $49. That's a great deal for somebody that's looking for.
Yeah, I was just actually looking at that.
It's a fantastic deal. That's a fantastic deal. So we'll go into it, and they have the 256 gig. The 256
Hey,
gig.
I'm shopping. I'm shopping while you're scrolling.
I do that all the time, man. I do that all the time. I buy phones through. When I'm shopping online. I do it all the time. I'll be on a live stream or something like that, and I'm totally shopping. So that $49 depends on the color also. But they've got these phones. Their phones that are free are phones that people aren't really, going to want to really get too much in. Now, this is a good deal. This iPhone 11 for $299. That's a great deal if you want to start service with Cricket. If you want an iPhone, the problem with a lot of prepaid companies is they don't have very good Android phones. They don't have very good Android phones.
I haven't heard of half of these phones.
Really? Yeah, I mean, I love all the Samsung lineup. These are some pretty good.
The Samsung, but
the price is
the Ovation 2, I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, that's just it's either probably a ZTE phone or something with a different name on it or something like that. That's what they do. But most of their Android devices are full cost just about. Like they're selling the A52 for full cost, no discounts. Because I think they know that people are going to, I guess they probably figure if you can get a free iPhone for, iPhones carry this notion that, they're just so great and so valuable. That's the way it is for some reason. There's just so many other phones that are better than iPhones. But see, when you get into these newer iPhones, they don't have that many deals on them. If you go to somewhere like Boost Mobile, let's check out Boost Mobile's free phones. I'm going to switch over to Boost Mobile and see what phones they have. You can do a bring your own device with AT&T postpaid with Cricket. Yeah. A lot of these companies have it like that. So let's go to Boost Mobile, and we'll check out Boost Mobile on here. Because free really isn't free. Free really isn't free, man. See, I like the way Boost Mobile does theirs because they give it to you straight, man. $70 off. They got the pricing and everything listed. Just have it right out there. Boost Mobile still does pretty good too, man. They got the S21 for $500, man. That's crazy. That's a good deal. $300
really
off.
Good.
Yeah, $300 off. Boost Mobile is a good company too. And see, look, they're selling the FE for $300 off. They're moving the units. They have to be moving the units. And I noticed with them, they don't have very many free phones. I don't see anything free yet. And they're selling the same iPhone SE for more. They're selling it for more. I wonder how these companies determine what they're going to do their pricing on these devices for, because you'll see. Well, I already know the answer to that question. However many phones they buy depends on how they're going to sell them for that price. So, and I talked about this in another stream, another video. Companies will price a phone a certain, like the Nord, they can give it away for free or trade in because they bought so many of them as a company. T-Mobile and Metro are together, so they bought a ton of N200s. And so that's why they can give them away with a trade-in, because they want you to pay your bill every month. That's where the real value comes in for them. And if you don't pay, you get charged the full price for the device. It's just that simple.
Yep.
It's just that simple. So prepaid or postpaid, I always tell people to go prepaid. I tell people to go prepaid. I think it's for people that are just starting out. Like if you plan T Hoops is here. Where's T Hoops at?
Yep. He's right up there.
Oh, there he is, right there. Okay, there he is. All right, T Hoops. Man. If you don't know who T Hoops is, you got to check his channel out. He's legit. Yep. Verizon Prepaid has $50 off and all in-store activation in Walmart, minimum $35 airtime card. I think prepaid is definitely, if a person is starting out, prepaid should be at the top of your way of getting your service. That way you can jump in between and just determine whether or not you even want to even stay with the company. You're going to have to do this, because if you go out and jump out there and start a contract or get into something really that you're not sure whether or not you're going to want to stay with this place, with prepaid, you can move around. You don't have to stay with the company. You can just bounce, leave. Nothing's going to happen to you. They don't care. Yeah, prepaid all day. Prepaid is the way to go. I think prepaid is probably the best way to get yourself established with getting into cell phones. Some people, there's more people out there, man. I know you know this. There's more people out there that don't know about cell phones than we could imagine. That's why I always try to look out for the regular consumers, even when I'm doing YouTube videos. Just because I'm buying a bunch of stuff, that doesn't mean you should go do it. You just watch that and you just live vicariously through me if you're interested in these things. I mean, no, I'm serious, because some people will go broke trying to keep up with what they see on YouTube. That's what some people will do. They will go broke trying to keep up with what they see on YouTube, and that is just the wrong way to go about it. So I'm continuously trying to look out for regular consumers, because they do exist. These are the people that are buying all these devices. Hey, did you notice that when you actually do post a video on a phone that's pennies on the dollar, super cheap, doesn't it get a bunch of views and the people are totally interacting with you on those videos?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think I get a lot more views with those type of videos.
Yeah.
Well, you look at Paul Tech. Paul Tech covers a lot of those a lot of these type of smartphones that you're going through right now that you're showing.
Mm-hmm.
He covers $50 phones, $99 phones, $129 phones. The guy and he gets a lot of views on those products.
Yeah. I mean, views are cool and everything, but the interaction is what I'm talking about. Like, people really engage and comment more while you're on my videos when I have phones that I've bought for like $19, $60.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
The interaction for me, my views are it just depends. I don't get, like, even though I have a bunch of subscribers, I still don't get as many views as some people, which is fine on me. But sometimes the interaction is where it really lies. And the interaction on a video, if you don't know, here's a YouTube tip for you. If you've been following my series I'm doing YouTube, you do what you want on your YouTube channel is for your videos to get a lot of interaction. You want it to be flooded with comments and people flooding that video, because that's another key factor to drive you up the search engine. If YouTube sees that you're getting a ton of interaction to your video, you'll get more recommendations. Yeah, you'll get way more recommendations. And Infamous says there's a lot of people still using flip phones. I use a flip phone, man. I've told you guys a million times. when I'm going to an event or somewhere like a baseball game or a football game or a basketball game, I put my SIM card in a flip phone because if I lose it, I don't care. They just got a flip phone, and I can just deactivate my SIM card. I got unlimited everything, so they can't do anything with my SIM card. Plus, the SIM card is locked. So when I go to big events like that, I definitely put my phone in a SIM card and a flip phone. And even or just if I'm going somewhere for the weekend or something like that, and I just don't want to be bothered and I don't want to check emails or anything, I'm leaving my laptop, tablet. I can take a flip phone for the entire weekend without a charger. It just lasts me for the entire weekend. And some of my family members still use flip phones because they're reliable. You can throw a flip phone in your glove box of your car. The battery will last forever, man. It's a serious backup phone. So when I hear people saying, "Oh, this is my secondary phone," and it's like a full-blown smartphone, I'm like, how is that a secondary phone? That's someone's phone. Like I don't get it. Like how is that your backup phone or your second phone? I've seen people say that they use this phone as their second phone or this device as their second phone. That's a freaking Microsoft Surface. How is it that it's your second phone? I don't understand that. But people say it, and hey, respect though. Respect. I understand that some people they have it like that, but that's a full blown phone or device for someone. So I want to read this comment here from a gentleman. It says postpaid is better value for big families than one of the latest and greatest, and I can understand prepaid being received. Well, I don't so much disagree with. I don't so much agree with that. I don't think because right now, if you do know, prepaid has family plans. Like Gigi has visible. I'm not saying you're wrong, Eduardo, but I'm just saying that really doesn't hold true by today's standards because prepaid now has full blown $20 for unlimited for each line. Now check out Visible. You can get your Visible service for as low as $5 a line. You can have as many people on there as you want to. So you can have prepaid and still get all the phones you want with discounts. You can still do it. I mean, it's at one point, yes, I agree it was like that, but I don't think that's it going on right now. I don't think it's so much as it's like that right now. I think that overall, you should be able to get prepaid or postpaid. I'm all for prepaid for people, whether they're a family or not, because you get the control. And if you decide you want to leave that company, you can just walk out the door, so to speak. I mean, what do you think, Anthony? If you had to come down
I totally agree with you. I like to prepay for everything. I don't like to owe. You know what I'm saying? I like to be ahead of the game. No, I totally agree with that.
Yeah, I don't think prepaid is a bad thing at all. Postpaid is good, but you can get some good deals on. Where Eduardo does make a point, there are deals that are only offered on postpaid that are just not offered on prepaid. That's a fact. Like you could get a free iPhone. I got my iPhone 12 for free just by trading in some old phone. So that probably won't happen on a prepaid account. I haven't seen it yet to where you can get a free iPhone 12 on a prepaid. You probably can, but I haven't seen good deals like that because on the prepaid, they take more of a risk. They feel like they do for some reason, but in all actuality, postpaid versus prepaid, they're all the same now. I mean, the pricing isn't much different. Prepaid actually has better pricing. When I look at it, I think prepaid has really good pricing, and I just don't think that sometimes it's worth it to go with the postpaid route just to get something for free, because free really isn't free,
No, I totally agree with that.
George says he just paid his Mint Mobile for the year. I wish US Mobile would do the same thing. US Mobile is actually fantastic. Mint Mobile is great. US Mobile is great. Visible is fantastic. It's fantastic. It's fantastic, man. Courtney says sometimes they lock the phones behind a certain tier of a plan as well. Yeah, if you're talking about prepaid, yeah, they do that. They'll lock them down because they want you to stay. They don't want you to just grab the phone and then leave. And if you get a phone that's free, like if you get the Nord for free, here's one thing I will say. Most of the people who took this free deal with the Nord, wasn't it add a line and get it free, or it was it was trading a phone, right? It was one of the two.
It was one
right?
one or the other, yeah.
So you can trade in a device and get it for free, or you could add a line and get it for free. It was one of those.
Right.
And I think those who got this deal right here, most of their comments read like this: "Man, I'm loving this phone. I love it. I got it for free." And this goes to my point. I mean, on your videos, before I make the next comment, do you get comments like that on your Nord videos?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, most of them went through purchasing online. But either way, yeah.
Yeah, I did it. That's the way I did it too. I just waited for it to ship to me.
Yeah, but no,
Mint Mobile,
yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen this before. Mint Mobile can actually use locked T-Mobile phones as well. That's why Mint Mobile, people love Mint Mobile. And I think Mint Mobile, you can pay for 2 years, right? You can pay, by 2 years too, by the year. You can pay by the year. But people who took this deal right here, I haven't seen them complain about this device at all. And do you think they're not complaining, for one, because they're regular consumers, and then also they didn't pay anything for it? You think that's deterring them from finding flaws in this device?
Sure. When you get a deal like that, you're willing to deal with what you got, because you know that you didn't have to do a lot to get it. If they paid the $216, which I was going to do ahead of the game before I saw the deal, I still would like my experience on it. I still like it for what it is. But yeah, it's a lot easier not to complain about some of these areas that obviously OnePlus cut back on, when all you're looking at is, well, the deal. What the deal, add a line, trade in a device. If you're doing it online, you don't have to pay the $30. So there you go. You get this device. And why would you I mean, first of all, I get one of the areas that I get feedback on is, wow, my battery life is so amazing. Because there are some consumers out there who literally just need a phone to make phone calls, maybe look at their Facebook, and they need to get through the day. If those are the three things that you want, and you got this phone for basically free, even though nothing is for free, like you say, there's a little something there, but still, man, yeah, I mean, that's an amazing, you just made up. Not every consumer's like that. There are some consumers that went for this deal thinking they were going to get great cameras, maybe something like the Nord 10 has, a better cameras in that sense, had 60 frames. They didn't get that, but they're not going to complain that much.
Like, did the regular consumer even notice? Sometimes I talk to my wife and I was like, "Hey, put it on 4K 6," and she's like, "What?" So like, put it on 4K 6. She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I just want to take this video. She's definitely it's weird because she carries pretty much everything I have. I have a Surface Duo. She has a Surface Duo. I had an S21. She has an S21 right now. She has an iPhone. Obviously, since I'm into it, your wife should have. If you're married, your wife better have more than you or better. You know what I'm saying? Your wife better be taken care of. For all you young guys out there that probably haven't been married as long as we have, you better make sure your wife, if you walk around in Nikes, your wife better have on the best Nikes, if whatever it is. So it's still strange, even though she loves all these different devices, she doesn't even care about stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I think most consumers don't even know to switch on 1080p 60 or whatever. They don't know. You know what I mean? Like they're just there.
Yeah, they really don't. They really don't. I make videos where I show off. Like, I've made 2 videos now showing quality and visuals both day and night, and that's for those who are interested or maybe don't know that how well it can do in these situations, only at 30 frames per second. But yeah, sure. There's a lot of, I work with a lot of people at work that don't don't care. They don't care, man. They just want to take a picture and call it good.
Exactly. You see this comment here from Grant. He says, Xfinity Mobile is great if you don't use much data. I'm paying $20 a month for 3 lines since they're almost always on Wi-Fi. Plus, it runs on Verizon. Now, I hear great things about Xfinity Mobile, but they're not offered everywhere, are they? I don't think they're offered where I live. Aren't they like a company who's not offered everywhere? I'm going to pull them up. I pulled up Mint Mobile first right here, though.
We have this here in Oregon.
I think that's since I'm not on East Coast at the moment. I think it leans more towards East Coast plans, like for people. So people are talking about paying by the year on Mint Mobile. This is fantastic, man. It is so good to be able to pay by the year. You save so much more money. Like you pay $15 a month. I would be right over here with this 4 gig one. Maybe I'd move to the 10 gig one, but I'm always on Wi-Fi, so I would pay this $15 right here to get the unlimited talk and text, whatever. This is what I would get. This is what I would get right here. I sure would. I would get that $15 a month. And which one of those plans would you be on?
I would probably be on the 10 gig.
The 10 gig. Yeah, I'm pretty much on Wi-Fi a lot, so I definitely could have that freaking 15. I have fast Wi-Fi too, so I need to pull up Xfinity. I see some people saying Xfinity is pretty much like Spectrum. I think he said almost like and I have Spectrum. Spectrum Mobile is where I am. That's what they're offering here. Oh, so I would need to get Spectrum Mobile instead of Xfinity. Right. I have Spectrum Internet. That's who's offered here. Okay, gotcha. I'm catching up on the comments here. Okay,
I see. I have Comcast home internet, which would make sense to look at the Xfinity plan.
Yeah. Let me pull up the Xfinity plan real quick, and we're gonna look at them because I actually have Spectrum Mobile. And it's the same. I guess like they said, it's the same as Xfinity, which is going to be. Oh man, they have some. Wow. Let me turn the screen back on here. All right, so let's go to their plans. Now, can you use an unlocked phone on Xfinity? But I know you can use a Verizon phone, but I guess it has to be an unlocked phone to work on with Verizon. So I guess that answers that question. So this isn't bad, man. For one line, $45. That's not bad. That's not bad. And I'm sure their service is more stable than T-Mobile. I'm certain that it is.
I didn't even know this. Gadget got its Mint can use locked T-Mobile phones as well. So if your T-Mobile phone is locked, I didn't even know that. That's wow.
Right. Oh yeah. When she said that too, I was like, whoa.
Well, I'm learning a lot through the stream about all these other options and opportunities.
No, I think this is beneficial, man. I didn't know that Spectrum. They keep offering me. See, here's the problem why I won't switch to Spectrum Mobile. Here's the thing. They cannot beat my military offerings from T-Mobile. I get 50 gigs per line, I think it is, for hotspot, and I get unlimited everything for $100 for 4 lines. People just can't beat that. They just can't do it. They've tried, but they're like, I can't do it. That's just too low. And it's not like I'm grandfathered. That's just their military plan. Yeah, that's their military plan. And that's the lower tiered military plan that I have. They actually have a new, they have a new version, a 2.0 version, where you can get that unlimited 5G or top speeds or something to offer. But it's not worth it because, like Grant said, I'm always on Wi-Fi, so it's not really an issue of that. I just prefer to pay the least amount for my cell phone bill as possible.
Yeah, I'm grandfathered into my old plan. I got 6 lines on ours, and we pay $150.
Yeah, that's those older plans that they just don't offer anymore. They don't offer it anymore. So let me switch over to Spectrum.
I don't have any plans to leave either.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, why would I want to leave? I mean, but see, the thing about me though, I actually carry a Verizon phone, and I use it. I use my Verizon number inside my. Right now, my Surface Duo has my AT&T number, and my TCL 20 Pro. TCL 20 Pro has my US Mobile, which is Verizon. Well, I'll either have the Verizon in here or the Verizon in somewhere. And I also have two visible lines as well. So I keep a Verizon network somewhere around because I have to. I mean, I can't survive in certain areas when I travel without it. Can't do it. So here's their unlimited. You get $14 by the gig. So this is not good to me. It's just not good. That's a horrible plan for me, which is why I won't switch to them. So let's just go to their plans for Spectrum Mobile, and let's see what they're talking about. So bring your own device. I would definitely do that because I have tons of unlocked devices that work on Verizon. And then, see, it's not even going to let me. It's not even gonna. You know what? Let's just go back to choose one of their phones, just because it's going to want me to put in an IMEI and all this other stuff. So shop phones, because I want to see what the plans are like, because like Tony said earlier, free isn't always free, of course. So let's choose, let's see. I want to choose a very affordable phone monthly. Let's see if I can separate these. Low price. All right. So these are $5 a month, all of these. So I'm just going to put this one here. I'm just going to choose this one because I should be able to pay for this full cost. If I want to, right? I should be able to. All right, so yeah, it's $119. Okay, so let's do that. And then let's continue and let's add a plan. Because I've always wanted to use a Verizon network, but I didn't want to use it on Verizon. Because Verizon costs a lot, man. It is a lot, man. I have Spectrum, but I'm gonna choose no because they're gonna tell me to log into my account and all this other nonsense, and I don't want to go through all that. So, all right, let's just put in some address here. Let's do this one. Just some address. That's my address in my old box. Oh my God.
Thanks for coming on by, Me Tech. Appreciate it. Have a good evening.
They make this so difficult. So let me turn the screen off. I want to put in a different address here. Let me see here. They make this
once it gets difficult like that, I just quit it altogether.
Yeah. Yeah. They make it so difficult, man, to do the basics. Like I'm not on the screen right now, and they got this. Do you want to log in and all this other stuff? It's a hassle just to check the price, man. This is what I don't like. So they're trying to sell me home service. I'm going to just click off of this because it's not even worth it. It's not even worth the hassle of even looking at, man, because it's too much to go through for all of that, man. Yeah.
At the end of the day, whatever works. This is great information. It really is, and I'm glad that this got brought up. I mean, I'm just going through and reading all this, and it's amazing. But with all of you in the stream, I guess I mean, we're all different. It's just like a phone. Whatever works for you personally. Your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, or your family. Right. If it's prepaid, postpaid, whatever. But looking through this, maybe some of this information may change your mind on what you do have currently, Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm intrigued by Xfinity Mobile because I hear a lot of people talking about Xfinity Mobile. They talk about Xfinity Mobile and they say great things about it. And so that's what's intriguing to me about it. But I definitely would have no problem switching. I just need someone to match my plan. And that's where people can't. I'm looking at this comment here. Yeah. Yep. Lots of people are.
It just seems like the more you dig, it looks good at first. The more you dig, you realize, well, okay, it's not as good as what I have. Yeah. So you can do all your homework and everything can look great till this very last bit of information, and you realize, nope.
Yep.
See, I haven't found anything that can take the place of what I have right now with
Me,
T-Mobile. I
me
just
neither.
haven't.
I have, and my T-Mobile bill is just $100, and I have other cell phone providers, and I don't pay for them. They pay for themselves. So that's why I have a Verizon account, or not a Verizon account, but I have a Verizon line, I have a Visible line, I have an AT&T line. They pay for themselves without question. I don't come out of pocket at all for those. And sometimes, if I'm being completely transparent, companies will send you their product. Like, you guys remember, US Mobile paid for the service for a year. That's a perk for being a YouTuber. I got to throw it out there. Some of these companies, if they want you to review their product, like, they sent me their product, their service. They sent it, US Mobile sent me, and their service is really good. I actually have a video that I'm working on. US Mobile's cell phone service runs on Verizon's network, and it's actually really solid. And they pay for the service for a year for me. Why would I not want to use that? I don't have to buy. I technically could not even pay. If I wasn't married and had all these, other people on the account, I wouldn't even pay for cell phone service. I would just continue to bounce around and get all the free services that I'm getting for being a YouTuber. I totally would. I wouldn't even bother having. I would just use my Google Voice line and just have the number set to that, so everybody can have the same number and no one would ever notice that I'm using a different service. Yeah.
Well, look at Grant says, I ditched T-Mobile. I like the freedom to move around and get the best deals. So much competition now is great.
You late. I put that up on the screen like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Hey, for anybody that didn't know, I had a midnight shift last night, so my brain is still somewhere over there.
Oh.
Hey, welcome back to the show, huh?
Right. I think all places, Verizon isn't the best network of them all. It's one of the stronger, more stable ones, because there are some places where Verizon, when I was still in the corporate world, Verizon didn't work in my office. Only Sprint or T-Mobile did. And I was furious with that because I had Verizon was my main account at the time. So I had to cancel them and I had to move to Sprint, and I did not like that.
So I worked with this young lady who was a manager of a meat department who had Verizon. She lived out in Clackamas, Oregon. Her and her husband. They had Clackamas, Oregon, which is probably about. Why is that Clackamas? I don't even know why I'm laughing.
I don't know why that's so funny.
Is that name funny, Clackamas?
I'm not the only one laughing. It's just that I'm the only one that can be seen. I'm telling you, somebody's laughing at Clackamas.
Anyway.
A horrible day. Where you live, man? Oh, I live in Clackamas. What the heck?
With Verizon, her and her husband had to walk out of their apartment about 25, 50 feet away from their apartment just to get connectivity with Verizon.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
Their Wi-Fi was bad. I don't know why that's funny. I don't even know why I'm laughing.
I don't even, the name Clackamas, it just sounds like something on Transformers.
I'm a little delirious from the midnight shift, so I'm just going to laugh with you.
Dude, that sounds like something from like Transformers or some video game or some movie. Clackamas, line them up.
And you know what, everyone? I thought that was a cool name. Now I'm thinking twice about it.
Oh my God. No, hey. If you think it's cool, that just sounds like something I would see on Marvel Comics or something. Have you seen Clackamas?
And right up the road from there is Boring, Oregon. Boring, Oregon.
Boring, Oregon? No.
B-O-R-I. Boring.
No way.
I'm kidding you.
Oh, man. Look, I like Tech Love and Mama said it sounds like a seller trying to say the same thing. Oh, God, man.
I've never heard Jay laugh this hard, folks. I've never heard him laugh this hard.
Oh my goodness, man. That just sounds so weird. Clackamas.
If you've never been to Clackamas, Oregon, look it up. Look, Google Clackamas, Oregon,
I am
everybody.
going to definitely look up Clackamas. That is the weirdest, strangest name I have ever freaking heard, man. Hey, how do you spell it? Oh, he put it on there.
I
This
put
is
it
how
on
you,
there.
because Grant put how do you spell it? Clackamas. That is like the worst city name I have ever freaking heard, man. That is just,
Hey,
oh my
hey,
God.
look at some guy up there lives over there by Umpqua.
Umpqua?
See it? Some guy?
Where? Oh, here it is right here. What the heck is Umpqua? What the heck is Umpqua?
You got to realize a lot of places around here are like I don't know, I would say a tribal name, you know,
Get myself together. I'm sorry.
Native American names, Native American names.
Yeah. Well, that's everywhere though, because where we are, they stole the land. Okay, let's just be clear here. Columbus didn't discover anything. He came over and killed and murdered people and took over. So if Clackamas is a tribe, respect. You know, there's no discovery. Columbus didn't discover.
I think that's where the name is derived from. Not so much a tribe, but I think it's more natively derived from that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my laughter went away quick. Oh, boy. There's history and then there's his story. There's two different things, man. So if you believe Columbus, all you young people that think Columbus came over and discovered America, okay, go do your research. How do you discover something if someone's already there? That's the only question you should ask yourself.
We got Craig Bailey who lives in Shrewsbury.
I can accept Shrewsbury. I might be able to say, hey, where you live? I live in Shrewsbury. You know, that sounds a little better, but Clackamas
I don't know how we went from the Nord 200 to talking about planes to talking about funny names.
You said Clackamas and I lost it. I can't help it. That name just makes me laugh so freaking hard, man. I just can't even. I can accept Shrewsbury.
Everybody in the stream, stay tuned for next week because that's what we're going to touch up on.
Yeah. Man, look, that is just hilarious for some reason. I don't know why that tickled me so much I couldn't hold it.
Everyone's dropping the names of where they live now.
Yeah. That's funny. Oh, man, I love it.
Yeah, Wichita is another native name. Yeah, Wichita. I've heard of Wichita.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Whew.
It was Vespucci who discovered America.
Oh, man. That's crazy.
Fort Myers. All right.
I needed a good laugh. Oh, my gosh. Woo. So today we're talking about free phones that aren't really free. So if you have a question, go ahead and post it down right now. We're going to take your questions. Remember I used to take phone calls? I love taking phone calls. I
remember when you did that.
Yeah, I wanted to take more phone calls, but at one point or another, people started to call in and they just started to say the craziest stuff. I'm like, come on, man, stay on topic. They're asking me stuff that has nothing to do with the stream, and I just was like, this probably isn't the best idea. But
I remember watching some of those phone calls, Jay, and like the same person wanted to go on for like an hour, not giving anybody else a chance to call in.
Yeah, it was, and I'm like, well, the line's ringing, man.
I could see the look on your face, like,
wrap it up.
What am I doing here, man?
Like, wrap it up. Wrap it up. Let's get it going.
Somebody else have a turn, huh?
Right. So what phone are you interested in? Everybody in the stream that's watching this live, you're catching this live and also on the replay, I appreciate you. What is the next phone that you are interested in purchasing that you would buy right now? Like if it came out right now or it's out right now, it just released, or just anything that's out already. It doesn't have to be brand new. It doesn't have to come out like in 6 months. Whatever it is, what is it that you would buy like right now if you had the ability to buy it right now?
It doesn't have to be new?
It doesn't have to be new. It could be getting ready to come out. It could be anything. what would you buy if they dropped it in your lap right now and said, "Hey,
I really want a Sony phone. I want another
ooh,
phone. I was looking at the Sony Mark II. I am looking at the Sony Mark III as well. I just ever since LG went under, I kept wondering when we were gonna hear the news that Sony was going to stop putting out phones, that their mobile division would go down, because they've been scrutinized over the last few years about whether they can hang in the mobile game, and there's a lot of information out there saying, is this now a better time for Sony to get themselves out there because of what happened to LG? Can they take that space? Can they sell you where LG was? Can they take advantage of that space and put something out there, not just for the techies, but for the average consumer, some really good mid-range budget devices? And I hope that Sony can get smart and do something here in the next year or two for the masses, not just for techies, but for the masses. I'd hate to see Sony go under. You know what I'm saying? I think they have
Sony,
so much.
I don't know if Sony will go under. They may go under in their smartphone realm, but they're not going over anything else.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I don't want them to go under in their smartphone.
I know. Yeah, I don't either. Because they make good products. It's just that they're too lazy with their launch, man. The phone right now is for pre-order, and you can't get it. It doesn't start shipping until the end of August.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to do. They got to do more. Yeah,
Samsung's event is on August 5th, right?
Yeah.
No one's going to be thinking about the Sony device. They're going to be thinking about the Z Fold 3, the Z Flip 3, the S22, whatever the next phones are, the Watch. That's what they're going to be thinking about. They're not going to be thinking about that Sony phone, even though the Sony phone is a better deal probably than those Samsung phones and offers more. They're not going to be thinking about it. They're not going to be thinking about it.
So yeah, I think right now I was eyeballing a Mark II. So I'm still doing some homework on it right now. So
you can get a Mark II for a good price. I mean, that's actually the smarter purchase than getting the Mark III, because you can get the Mark II for half cost, man.
Yeah,
half
so
off.
I'm doing so right now. If you threw down some money on my table right here and said, "What phone? I'm going to pay for your phone. What are you going to?" I would probably go for the Mark II right now.
Yeah, the Mark II is only like between 600 and 800 tops. I've seen it. It's brand new.
Right.
That's a good price. And I actually thought about pulling the trigger on that. I just pulled the trigger on 5 things, and the Mark II wasn't one of them. I'll tell you off stream what I pulled the trigger on. But I pulled the trigger on 5 things. Not all of them are phones. I bought some other stuff. But one of them is a phone. And I pulled the trigger on it. It's new, but not new. It's something that I already bought before, but I never had this version. So that's about as most I'm going to tell on the stream, because I want to save that for when I launch that content. But the fact of the matter is, Sony does great with their products, but they just take so long to release them. It's frustrating to know how long they take to release their devices. It just doesn't make any sense for them to take that long. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's
but
nerve-wracking, man.
For me, it's Pixel 6. If Google were to say, "Hey John," they called me up and said, "We're at your front door. Do you have $692? Here is the Pixel 6." I'd be like, 1, 2, 3, 4. Count them off, buddy. Boom, cash. I'll take it. Pixel 6 all day long. I would take. You know what? I have a question. This is. I shouldn't say it publicly, because there might be some people that get offended if they see this. But I don't like to call names if the people aren't here to. I better not say it. No, I better not say it. I'll tell you off stream. No, because some people are extremely over the internet. Some of these young people are really sensitive. They're like, their feelings. I had a guy in my comments. He was mad because I told him not to be so sensitive. He was mad because his experience with something was not like mine. And he wanted me to say that it was bad. And I said, dude, if I'm having a great experience and you're not, that's just you.
Yeah.
Why would you be mad at me? And he was like, I'm deleting my comment because obviously you're not allowed to express yourself around here. I was like, what? I don't understand what just happened. You must be like 25 or 30 years old. You have to be because you're way too sensitive. You got to get some thick skin, buddy. He got
You can express what you want, but you can agree to disagree. That's all. That's
exactly.
Just
He got way too bothered. But I'll save that conversation for private chat. I don't think people are ready to hear me say what I really have to say. But what phone? Appreciate. What phone are you running? So what phone? It looks like the Pixel 6 is probably. And some people are naming the Ultra 22, and some people are. One person named the Z Fold 3. I'm all about that Pixel 6.
I thought you were asking me something that's out right now.
No, man, are you listening and quit shopping? I just said it doesn't have to be anything. It could be anything.
Okay, so obviously, you know me. I definitely want that Google Pixel 6 Pro, right? That's definitely what I'm waiting for. But the Sony phone too as well. So,
well, I'm all about that Pixel 6. I think that Pixel 6 is going to blow our mind.
I think it is going to blow a lot of people's minds. And man, I just cannot wait to have it right here, unbox it, and get going and start the reviewing process. I love the journey, man. I love the journey.
What phone are you using the phone right now to stream?
Yeah, I'm using the OnePlus 7 Pro.
Cool. I got all my OnePlus laying around. I got my OnePlus 9 Pro sitting right here. I got the Nord. I got my other OnePlus sitting over there. But
I'm looking at the comments with this guy right here.
Oh yeah, that's one heck of a deal right there. I actually was ordering it, to be honest, because I wanted to set up a stream with you, and we're going to review that device together. What happened is though, I ended up spending. I could still get it right now. I just wanted to pay for overnight shipping. I wanted to have it before today, actually. So I was going to start using it over the weekend, and then we were going to review it together. And maybe we can still table that and do it next week or something like that if I can find time to get it in.
Okay.
But I end up just spending, I'll tell you off stream. I don't like people coming on my pocket. I spent a ton of money to make some changes, and a phone was one of them. But so I'm excited about that. However, that phone right there is a no-brainer. That phone right there that you have, the Pixel 2 XL, will run circles around plenty of devices that are brand new. It runs circles around the Nord N200.
Oh,
I'm sure it does.
Sure.
I'm sure it does. And it's 4 years old. That phone is 4 years old and runs circles around it. And that brings the question to where people say, I can get a previous year's flagship instead of getting one of these new phones. I always tell people you are absolutely right. You're going to get a good deal. And that phone right now, I found it brand new for $124. And I told him immediately because he had purchased one that was pre-owned. And I said, man, forget Amazon. Screw Amazon. You need to go shop over here because this is going to be brand new in the box. And he did a video on it. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. It's brand new in the box for $100. He went with the higher model, the 128, for like $5 or $6 more. Totally worth it.
I had somebody in the comment section ask me in one of my videos, well, it doesn't have 5G. I said, well, 5G is overrated right now. Don't let that be the determining factor on purchasing a device that's 2 or 3 years old that still works. Yeah. Where I live, and it may not be this way for everybody, but where I live, my 4G connectivity is top notch. It doesn't matter if it's 4G or if it's 5G.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that wherever you live, a 4G phone that's 2-3 years old is still going to get it done. 128 gigs. This phone right here, sure, it doesn't have the extra 2-3 cameras, but the one single shooter that it has takes amazing pictures, amazing video. Performance at 60 hertz is flawless on this device. There's nothing here that says I really need any more. I could sell everything else and keep this, and I'm good probably for the next couple of years because it's brand new.
Oh yeah. DailySteals.com. I got the link pulled up right here. There it is right there, folks. No lie. It's still in stock. The 128 is sold out. Yeah, the 128 is sold out, but 64 gigs by today's standards. Remember, this is from 4 years ago. This is just like today's current phones, if not better. This is a better deal than the OnePlus Nord N200. If someone asked me that, what would you get?
That's a budget price for a flagship device.
Correct. Boom, you better brush your shoulder off, man. Brush your shoulder off real quick. Let me reach up there and brush your shoulder off. Boom. I'm telling you, man. I was like, this is a fantastic deal right here. The Snapdragon
Hey, Jay,
835.
I think I bought the last 128 gigger that they had.
You might have, because after that, I didn't see it anymore.
You guys, everybody in the stream, man, I'm telling you, you don't need a 5G phone to get through your day.
Yeah. And Tech Love and Mama always says it. 5G isn't everywhere.
When you can find a deal like this, do not hesitate.
Oh yeah.
Pull the trigger.
I want to show you another good deal on this website. Check this out. This is an even better deal than that. It's right down here.
Oh, don't tell me that.
This is an even better deal. Look, brand new Pixel 3. Brand new Pixel 3, $164. That phone retailed for $800 just a couple of years ago. Brand new in the box, full warranty, $164. It works on all carriers, Titan Jake. This works on Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T. It works on every. These are the official unlocked Google versions.
Unlocked. You're right.
They are the official unlocked Google versions. They work on all carriers, Verizon, whoever.
Hey,
this is a fantastic deal.
What's the display size of that one, Jay?
This is 5.5. The Pixel 3 was one of my most favorite devices because this is the one that had the 2 cameras on the front. Oh my! I love the Pixel 3. I sold it to this guy. I sold it to this guy, and I sold it to him for a really good price back then, man. I had it for almost a year.
I might pick one of those up.
I totally was, because the not so pink color is still good, man. It doesn't even. It looks white. It doesn't look like it's pink. It looks good. It's got an orange button on it. That's a beautiful color, because we're gonna put a case on it anyway. My black OtterBox. I genuinely thought about grabbing that alongside the other phone that I just bought and just going with it. I was like, I want to go with this because it has the 845 or 855, I believe, in there. And that is the website is Daily Steals, dailysteals.com. I'll go ahead and drop it down in here. Dailysteals.com is where these sites are, man. Fantastic. You go to their mobile section. They have more than just Google phones, but they have a lot more new Google phones than they have of the others. Most of the other phones on here are refurbished. So the Google phones, fantastic, man. Fantastic. Just incredible, man. Incredible. This is an incredible price for a Pixel 3. You can get a brand new OtterBox for the Pixel 3 right now for $14.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull that up too. Let me see if I can pull that up to show you, because I'm telling you no lies, because I put all this stuff in my cart. You know what I'm saying? So
I know everybody in the street know they were going shopping today, but guess what?
Hey, look, this is how it goes down, man. Let me see if I can find that OtterBox for it's $12 now. They got one for $12. Wow, that's even better.
And that's the thing, Jay. Right now, with these devices that are 2-3 years old, their cases right now are super cheap.
That's correct. That's correct.
I got two those tech cases for my Pixel 2 XL, and they were only like $5.98.
That's correct. That's correct.
I got some videos on those cases.
So I found the OtterBox for $14, and then I found it for another one for $12. I got the Defender and the Commuter. I'm going to share my screen right here real quick. I'm going to share those screens. Because if you guys don't want to pick up free phones, you have the option to get some of these phones right here that are absolutely fantastic.
Have a previous flagship phone in one pocket and a free phone in the other.
That's correct. Let's see if I can pull. Look at this right here. $12 for this OtterBox for the Pixel 3. Fantastic. Brand new.
And that's protecting your investment right there.
Yep. And then if you want the Defender, let me see here. I can show you the Defender. That's a fantastic deal, man. I mean, that's just incredible. $14, man, for the Defender series. This is the one that I would actually go with, the Defender series.
What was the original price on that, Jay?
This used to be $59, I think.
Yeah,
I think it's 59.
There you go. That's a no-brainer right there.
That's a no-brainer. So when it comes to making smart choices or buying things for phones, I always tell people you need to do your own research. You need to do your own research. You have to do your own research. You can rely on me to tell you everything about a phone, but you're not doing it the right way. There's no other way to say that. You know, you're going to have to use what we tell you as just a quick little stepping stone, and you get out there and do your own thing.
Oh, you don't know how often I watch some YouTubers. I'll check out your videos, and then I'll go do my own homework. I'll take the tidbits of information, and then I'll go look. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's then that I can see if that's going to work out for me. You know what I'm saying? That's what, because just because it works out for you doesn't mean it's going to work out for me. So I have to get that information in my head. I have to look it up and then say, okay, is this a good thing for me? That's correct. Yeah, and that can go either way. So,
well, folks, I appreciate you coming on. It's been a fantastic run. I was going to go longer, but I think my camera's dying, so I could switch to my other webcam, but I prefer to use my Sony ZV-1 for this stream. I use the Sony ZV-1 for the stream. So I appreciate you guys coming on. I might do another stream tomorrow, man. I like streaming, so I might stream tomorrow afternoon. I might have some things to show you. If I don't stream, I will definitely bring you some content tomorrow. I got some things coming in. I pay for overnight, so hopefully they will come. Anthony, stick around. I'll tell you about the phone that I bought after this. Thank you guys, man. I appreciate it. You guys are boss and supporting the channel. I'm out of words. I don't even know what to say. I think you guys do a very good job of supporting me and supporting Anthony. So he'll probably upload this stream for his subscribers. So you can watch it again over there or catch a replay here, depending on who you are. So we probably have the same subscribers, but nonetheless, I always tell them load it up for the people that missed this. You know, we're doing this together. So it's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. Anthony, you want to close out?
Thanks everyone for coming on and just hanging out with us. I love the spontaneous stream. We start off with a topic and then we just go into whatever. And I think that's what makes this a lot of fun. And hey, Clackamas, man. It's all about Clackamas.
All right.
God bless you all. Stay safe and healthy. Thank you for your support. We appreciate it. It's good to be here with Jay and all of you. Take care. I'm out.
Peace.